Ladies and gentlemen, this is a middleweight contest scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds of action for the Cage Rage Middleweight Championship of the World. With on the left, the challenger, Tony Frickland. And on my right, the Cage Rage Middleweight Champion of the World, Anderson, the Spider Silva.
Now, pre-fight, Frickland said he would like to give the crowd a knockout, a stoppage. How much do you think he will really try and go for this when the bell actually rings?
I think that's his only option, because if he stays on the outside and tries to play the pick you apart game, he's going to get murdered, but with high kicks and knees.
Tension builds, guys, as this one's about to start. The world middleweight title on the line. Tony Frickland, Anderson Silva.
It's almost a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing for Tony Frickland, because he's got a height disadvantage. If he goes on the inside, he's going to have to wallow through the big knees of Anderson Silva, who in the clinch is devastating. But Tony has got to do something. And I think he's basically just got to go out there and maul and brawl his way and hurt Anderson. Nobody so far in Cage Rage has been able to do that, and that's hurt Anderson.
But on that note, I mean, if you get into the clinch with Silva, generally you're in a bit of trouble. You know, he's not someone you really want to be in a clinch with. When we saw him fight now,
In a way, it does put Lee Murray's decision in perspective. I mean, he went the distance with Anderson. I think he's the only one at Cage Rage to do so.
That's right, he is.
Yeah, Lee Murray showed a lot of guts in doing that. Tony Frickland coming out, realizing, if he didn't before, that Anderson is a southpaw. Tony, his weapon of choice to open things up would be a straight right. Tony circling away from Anderson's left high kick. Anderson being patient.
Taking his time.
See, Frickland is using a pretty good game plan so far. He hasn't really landed too much other than that little clipping low kick. But he's staying away from the power of Anderson. And that would be the straight left hand or the left roundhouse kick, because he's moving to his left.
That's right, the straight right hand left hook would counter to a southpaw, but this is what he's got to work against.
So that's where Silva's combinations pay off.
Yeah, Silva's starting to put on the heat. Oh, good knee.
Beautiful knees. And we were just saying pre-fight, probably the most dangerous knees for a striker out there.
Yep, and this is what Tony's got to do. He's got to keep his head up top. Okay, Tony going for a clinch. Tony's got to be careful here. He's keeping his head up nice and high, because if his head goes down low, it could eat a knee. But Anderson chopping the body.
Yes, with those knees round to the side as well, to the rib cage, burying the knees there.
You saw him finish Jorge Rivera nicely from that same position. Good uppercut, beautiful leg kick. And
flying knee, and it landed.
It's those leg kicks and a kick to the fight, a knee to the fight that drops Frickland. Silva asserting his world dominance here as champion. And it's over. It's over.
Reverse elbow. Superb.
This is why this man is middleweight champion of the world.
That was unbelievable. We've seen a back knuckle. That was a back elbow, a right back elbow. I have never seen that move yet in Cage Rage.
And you can see everybody's mouth is open as you look around the arena.
That's
nobody expected
in
it.
Movies.
Wow.
You see that in movies, not in a real fight like that.
That was straight out of Ong Bak.
Unbelievable.
Straight out of Ong Bak. It was a reverse. He didn't spin. It was not a spinning elbow. This was one of the most amazing. Look at this. He throws it from here. Watch this. Oh, what a shot.
Beautiful. You're right. You just do not see that technique used.
No, that was just beautiful. And there's the respect. Anderson knows that Tony came here to put his heart on the line, and he did. but his body failed him. Once he got that shot upside the chin, it was all over.
This is one for the replays the world over.
That was, it was on the
Beautiful.
temple, it looked like.
Amazing shot.
And
to
how
turn
do you
in.
how do you get power from that?
Ask Anderson Silva.
Look at he's got his hands down.
The
He's
timing as well to go through the channel like that so clearly.
Man, that was impressive. I can't believe it.
Really sharp elbow from Silva.
Like I said before, in karate they have the back knuckle, but now we have the Anderson Silva back elbow.
And it was the way his body moved. He turned right and then
It's
beautiful.
also had to be deceptively fast because, as you said, it's not one you can disguise. It's not something easy. You normally throw it in a combination and stuff like that, you know.
I think, Rob, you mentioned to me that Anderson Silva always did something new and always stayed ahead of his competition. Now we see him inventing these new moves that are straight out of the movie Ong Bak from Thailand.
It's unreal. I mean, you cannot stand and Thai fight this guy. I mean, Stephen, who would you like to see Silva fight?
Man, I'm amazed.
Maybe Rio Chonan would be a good fight.
Nuts Magazine, keep an eye out in Nuts Magazine for us, ladies and gentlemen. And the trophies and the belt will be presented by the chairman of Sports Betting 101, Stephen Bamford.
Well, guys, what a way to finish our tenure here at Wembley Conference Centre before we move
Ladies
on.
and gentlemen, remember,
That's right, history was made here tonight as Anderson Silva kept hold of his title. The next time you see Cage Rage, ladies and gentlemen, we will be at the Wembley Arena.